you still struggling to find newer rock bands to listen to? Well, I'm here to help right here on the Vinyl Jukebox. What's up, everyone? It's Ben from the Vinyl Jukebox, and if you haven't done so already, please be sure to leave a like and a comment below this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. So this is a bit of a follow-up to a video that I made about a year ago, a little more than a year ago. Newish bands that you need to listen to in 2024. So I've updated that list with some new bands that I've been listening to lately. And to be honest, when I was compiling this list, I discovered that a lot of these bands really aren't all that new. They've been around for a while. Maybe they started 10 years ago but didn't release an album until more recently. But either way, I think that these bands and artists will be new to some of you out there who have been looking for new music to listen to. In this great big world of streaming, it's sometimes very difficult to find new bands to listen to that are great, new bands that remind you of music that you love. So I'm here to help, and I have 6 albums here to show you guys, and I think all of these bands are great, so definitely check them out. All of these bands are touring, all of these bands put out new music pretty consistently, so you'll have plenty to listen to after this video. So without further ado, and by the way, these are in no ranking order, so don't think that the first one is the best one or the first one's the worst one. I did not order them that way, pretty much in random order. So let's get started. So first off, I wanted to show you guys, and I featured this in my best new albums of 2025 so far video, and this is the Bluestones. They have a few albums out right now. This is their most recent album, Metro. And the Bluestones are one of my favorite new bands right now. They started in 2011, but I didn't hear about them till maybe a couple of years ago. They're a Canadian band from Windsor, Ontario, and they're a duo, which is really cool. Just guitar and drums, and the guitar player uses a lot of effects to fill out the sound. I would liken this band to Royal Blood meets the Black Keys in a way, but they very much have their own unique sound, and they're so cool. I really can't wait to see them eventually. Whenever they come around, I will definitely get a ticket to see them. But this band is definitely worth checking out. This album is full of just, you know, rockable, danceable bangers. Absolutely great if you're into that bluesy alternative rock sound. Next up, and I featured this also on my top albums of 2025 so far video, this is Dorothy. Now, Dorothy has had, I think, 3 studio albums out. Dorothy is fronted by Dorothy, but it is a band. So they started in 2014 in Los Angeles, and this is a really cool band. I think that Dorothy is not only one of the best female singers, but one of the best singers out there right now in the world of rock. They keep on putting out hits that are consistently played on SiriusXM Octane. This album features Slash on one song, Tombstone Town, and just again, very bluesy, hard rock. This album's a little more of a modern rock sound. If you go into their older albums and into their catalog, you'll find more just straight ahead rock. This one's very much produced, but I do really like it. The way, definitely check out Dorothy if you're into very powerful female fronted vocals. This one is awesome. Next up, I'd like to showcase a band that I actually just discovered a couple of months ago, and this is probably the newest of all the bands that I'm going to show because they started in 2022 in Los Angeles as well, and this would be Returntodust. Now, this is their last full-length album. It just came out, I think, last year, and they just released a couple weeks ago a new EP, which is called Speak Like the Dead, their first album, self-titled. But this band I actually discovered a couple of months ago at the WMMRBQ Festival in Camden, New Jersey. They have a great one-day festival there, and this band was one of the opening bands. And what I really liked about them was they had a very grungy 90s alternative sound. They remind me so much of Soundgarden. Even, I know it's kind of hard to see from that picture, maybe there's a picture on the inside here. Yeah, even the way they look just screams Seattle grunge scene. But they're just a really cool rockin' band, and I love discovering bands live because then you really know that they can play, what they're all about. But this band definitely grabbed me, and I had to pick up their album as soon as I saw them, and then when their new EP came out, I picked that up too. I wish it could have been a full length, but if you're into that Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, hard rock, 90s alternative sound, definitely pick up Return to Dust. They are very, very young, and I think that they're going to do great things on the rock scene. Next up, and we're coming towards the end here, but next up I wanted to showcase a band that I also discovered live, and that would be The Record Company. Now, The Record Company is a three-piece band, and they're from Los Angeles as well. They were formed in 2011, and I discovered them when they opened for another newer band that I enjoy, Rival Sons. I think I spoke about them in the video last year. And just a really cool bluesy rockin' sound to them. The singer really caught my attention because he has so much energy. This band's very similar to like the Black Keys, if you're into them, Cage the Elephant kind of sound. They're kind of reminiscent of that and very much with those bands on that scene. But they're just really cool. The song How High from this album is definitely one that stands out. This is the only album I have of theirs, Play Loud. I love the album artwork there, really cool. But definitely check out The Record Company if you're into that sound. One thing that I thought was really cool during their live set, I don't remember what song it was. I don't think it's from this album. But there was one song where the singer was just absolutely going crazy on the harmonica and harmonica mic, running around the stage, singing, playing the harmonica while it was just bass and drums. And I just loved that energy. It was just so much fun. And again, another band that just caught my attention live, and I had to go out and check out their other stuff after I saw them. And last but not least here, my last band that I'd like to showcase here would be Turnstile. Now, many people may have heard of Turnstile already. Turnstile's played a number of morning shows, or not morning shows, late night shows, I believe. Turnstile, more of a punk, hardcore kind of band, definitely has some ethereal elements in their music. They started in 2010. They only came to my attention maybe a couple of years ago with their album, I believe it was Glow On. This is their newest album, Never Enough. It came out a couple months ago. And they were formed in Baltimore, Maryland. And they're definitely a unique spin on that punk hardcore sound. I think they've really come into their own of developing their own sound. And it's kind of difficult with them, it seems, to place them in terms of billing because, you know, they opened for Blink-182 on one of their last tours, and that I found as a weird combination because they are a lot heavier than Blink-182. I know that they're playing their own show in Brooklyn, which does have a little bit of a punk scene. So, but Turnstile's really cool. I love their whole aesthetic. They have this kind of vintage 90s kind of aesthetic to them, but they're very unique in and of themselves. Very heavy riffs, heavy hardcore vocals, but meets softer vocals and softer riffs as well. So definitely check out Turnstile if you're into that. And there you have it, guys. Those are some newer bands to be on the lookout for, newer bands to check out in the rock scene. And let me know in the comments below, what new bands have you been checking out lately? I know there's probably a ton of them that I left out. So definitely let me know down below so I have some new stuff to check out as well. And as always, guys, please be sure to leave a like and a comment below this video. Subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. And thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.